Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Friday and I'm about to clean slash kind of rearranging some of my furniture. I saw the bottom of my fridge, didn't look that nice. Cleaning that, need to charge my vacuum cleaner. My cat just jumped out, got the biggest jump scare. Also thinking about putting my bed the other way again, not sure, because it kind of blocks the window. Like you can open it fine and open the blinds, but I have to crawl over the bed to do it. And I'm like, I'm not sure if I like that because now I have them closed so often. So I'm not sure, but let me show you the chaotic mess. Yeah, before making dinner. I'll be away tomorrow in Århus all day, which I will take you along, and I'm gonna chill out on Sunday. And next week, for next salary, I'm gonna buy some furniture for my balcony. I found 2 chairs, actually cool. I got mine, suggested those because he have them and they're so cheap, so I might do that. I'm also thinking about buying the filling for the wood if your cat scratched the door frame and fixing that. I'm gonna wait till 9th of May because I'm off that day. It's a bank holiday, so I'm gonna buy it before that and hopefully do it then. And hopefully she won't scratch. Just let me show you what she did. And sometimes she scratches on the window frame next to her scratching post. Sometimes I think she just does that to annoy me, like she's flipping me off if she had fingers. Okay, let me just show you the damage. I need to fix this and I know I can do it myself. So she did this. I think this is the worst one, and I know you can sand this down, fill it with the wood filler and then paint it, and then it'll be fine because she didn't take any of the edges. It's right in the center and here, and I know I can do it myself. She also took some of the balcony door each side, and yes, I have Christmas paper. I put things up against it so it's harder for her to come up and scratch it, which is so annoying. I'll fix the worst place later on, like in 2 weeks. But I was about to clean just the bottom drawer. I had some frozen veggies in here. It was in a bag. I think it kind of leaked, so I sprayed some soap so it can sit for 5 minutes. And then we're gonna wipe it down, clean it, put it back in. That's actually the only dirty part about my fridge. The rest is more than fine. It looks completely okay. Okay, you can kind of see I almost twisted my bed a bit. So it was that way, which blocks the window. I was thinking taking the other way so it's up against this wall instead, and I need to put my clothes away. And also sort if anything needs to go out. So I'm thinking flipping it again so it's easier access to the window. I was thinking getting some furniture with some cool things here and a carpet in here as well. I did find the carpet, but I'm a little bit in doubt if it's for my bedroom or the living space, but I think it's for the bedroom. But I will get that later on. I think mostly important is my balcony because summer is approaching and that is the first thing I would really like to use. So yeah. And I know it looks messy. Maybe I'll get some new bed sheets during the summer and make my bed a little bit nicer than what it is. And maybe get some nice things to organize so you won't see all the books and stuff. So yeah, that's my Friday night before making dinner. I'm done cleaning for today. It's still, I think the living room still is a bit messy, but that's because I have my clothes hanging inside because it has been raining so hard. So that I can put out maybe on Sunday actually, or next week where it's supposed to stop raining and be warmer. Rearrange my bed, threw out some old clothing that I'm not gonna wear. So yeah, now it's time for dinner. But let me show you how it ended up. It's not a finished look. I think when I get my rug in there, or carpet or whatever you call it, it's gonna look nice. I found one with a lot of nice colors and flowers. So far, this is it. I think it's a little bit better. Of course, it get less space here, and before was more here, but I think it's fine. So these 3 bags are the clothes I'm gonna donate. I was thinking at some point, like the frame inside the window, if I should paint that. I'm not sure yet. But I want a rug here to brighten it up. Maybe like a little table with some lights or something and like some artwork here, and then maybe do like a lot of artworks here as well. And then I'm gonna, at some point, maybe in June, I want a little bit nicer bed sheets, maybe with some spring, summer colors, we'll see. But for now, it's like this. And it's just get more light in because it doesn't cover the window the same way. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna order my rug maybe in June, maybe in July, I'm not sure yet. It's not the first priority. And then I need to go to IKEA in June to get some smaller stuff to organize, maybe get some click tiles for the balcony. I'm not sure, I saw the click tiles, but I need to see how nice it looks in person and if I really do need it, because if the chairs come in and it looks just fine, I'm just gonna put some pots and plants. Also at some point I'm gonna replace this bench with a wooden one. I don't know if you can see already. Luna scratched it up, and that's why we have this lamb fur thing laying here, because she also scratched that part. She actually also likes it now, a year later, but I'm thinking maybe have this to be wooden instead, because then she can't damage it. But for now, I'm just gonna let her scratch it up, and then when it gets really bad, I'm gonna switch it out, probably next year. So that's fun. Yeah, you ruin stuff and you don't pay rent.
가비스만 넘쳐 너의 움직임 우리 잘 맞는 것 같아 Girl, kinda seem like we got chemistry, same energy I can see us make history 빙빙 돌아가듯이 You are goddess like Venus, I be orbiting and I promise I ain't tryna play games with ya, girl Honest, you are not a side character Every day after day, I tryna go out my way Cause I wanna secure you Oh, I wanna see you every night after night Can we forget about time? Cause I wanna adore you Oh, I wanna make you mine Make you mine.
Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few days since I vlogged. I vlogged like bits and pieces here and there. It's Sunday and I know I look tired. I am. But also I just came home from a walk. I walked home from the city and it got quite humid a little bit because the air is kind of like getting warmer and now it's raining. And also my allergies, I don't know if you can tell, this eye here is itchy and I didn't want to wear makeup today, I just wiped it off. It's allergy season. But yesterday I went out with a friend to eat in Århus. It was a quite good day. We went to Café Krone, which I've never been in before. It's in Trøjborg and they have a lot of like breakfasty food, but quite cheap compared to Århus, and you got like this huge amount. So that was really nice. I got the, sorry, my skin is so itchy. I got the eggs Benedict, or no, eggs Florentina, I actually think, with poached eggs, which I never had before, and it was super nice. Then we went around, got an iced coffee, looked at the view over Århus Ø from the forest, and we were supposed to go to a dinner place in the evening. We did. Which is called Kaiser Social. It's in Aarhus and also in Copenhagen, so if you ever go to Copenhagen, you need to go there. It's so nice. It's this, we say Asian fusion with Nordic food. So it's Asian food mixed in with the Nordic. And it's not only like Korean only or Japanese food, it's all Asian food. They kind of take inspiration in. They don't have like a lot you can choose from because they have a set menu. So you can have the tasting menu, which we did with 10 dishes, or you can get the full experience. And then they had the same menu for a couple of months, then they switch everything out and do it again. And let me tell you, the red curry soup from yesterday, that was so nice with dumplings in it. I'm gonna try to recreate it next weekend or make my own version because I'm not a cook, so. But it was actually it was so good. I've been thinking about it since yesterday. Then, when I had to go home, that's when the shit show started. Sometimes DSB is just a mess. It's better than Riva, but last thing around 8, I noticed that I had bought my train ticket 3 weeks ago, and I had it on my phone. I could still clearly see it, but I couldn't see if I have to switch trains or anything. It just said it couldn't update, which was weird, but sometimes there's a bug on the app. Then when I looked up the trains going from Århus, it wasn't there. I called, they cancelled. So now I had to take the train bus, and that's so messy. I could use my ticket either on the departure before, like right before or right after, but the one right after I had to wait until midnight almost, so I wasn't planning on doing that. So even though me and my friend went on a bus almost on the same time, she was home before me. Her trip took 1.5 hours. She's going to Aalborg. Mine should be the same instead, because I had to take the train bus to Silkeborg and then the train. It sounds easy, right? Just one pit stop. First of all, when you come where all the train buses are, none of them have signs where they are going. And if you have to ask every bus driver, hey, are you going to Silkeborg? And he's like, no. Okay, do you know which one of these? No. And they got so mad. Some of them was like, no, they only knew their own buses. I'm like, so what a shit show. What a shit show. So you have to ask every bus coming in, hey, are you going to Silkeborg? None of them have signs, which could make it so much easier. At least have a sign where you're going. Then I don't have to run around, ask everyone. But we did. So we left on time. And originally my traveling time should be 1 hour, 30 minutes. The new one was 2 hours, 24 minutes. I didn't make the train from Silkeborg. This was the worst trip ever. And I got a little bit. The bus driver was nice, and I think she broke down at one point and crying, and it was an older lady. And those narrow streets we had to get into, the buses should never go there. Like, there's no space. So in Århus, she took all the corners with the wheel. You could feel like small bumps to find, those little corners in the pavement. But when we got out on the very narrow road, I think she scratched the side of it where I sat, because you can just feel it. I was like, Jesus. And around Skanderborg, we are already 20 minutes delayed somehow. And the stop she went into was a little bit weird to me. Instead of going in the front of Skanderborg, try to go in the back, then there were construction. And then she have to get help from someone backing up the bus to get out of there. And then there was this guy coming on, just already pissed. And the other was like, he was screaming on the station, so he was wild up anyways. And he was so mad the more late we came and couldn't figure out where we were. If you're in doubt, if you have a smartphone, open Google Maps. The dot will show you where you are. It's not the end of the world. I did that to kind of see, okay, how late are we? Where are we? Because it's dark. And he got so mad and he also had a beer that probably didn't help. I don't think he was drunk, actually. And he just kept on asking everyone, excuse me, am I the only one? Then he got to me where I was sitting and another girl was sitting and tried to talk to us about how shitty he was and how bad the driver was. And yes, the driver wasn't that good, but she was also, it doesn't help the situation, it's just what it is. And he was so annoying that I was like, I don't want to talk. The driver is not feeling good. She's crying. Please don't go up there, because it's just gonna get worse. Please just sit down. I was being very polite, and then I just looked away, and he got so pissed and put up the race card, which is so unnecessary. It was nothing to do with that. I just didn't like, he seemed like a person that could quickly escalate, and I didn't want to get into that. And I was just like, please I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to talk to you. Just sit down, let me be on my own. And then he got so pissed and was like, all the Danish white girls is like that. I was like, it's nothing to do with my skin color. It's just, you are very annoying. It's close to midnight. I've been up since 6. And then we have, unfortunately, he also had to get off at Silkeborg, so I was a little bit concerned if I have to wait by myself with that guy, because he just tried to talk to everybody, get them on his side, get them wild up, and it just helps nothing. Like, it is what it is, it sucks, but it's just what it is. But luckily another young guy and an older guy was getting a ride from the young guy's parents. I was like, do you have room for one more? But otherwise it was a young, like the young girl and an older couple next to me living in Silkeborg, and they were like, if you have to wait there by yourself with that guy, you come home with us until your train goes, we can have a snack or something. It was so nice. It was just so weird. Like, some people should just chill out, because it's annoying for everyone, but to yell, and he also need a pee break at some point, which just made us more delayed, so he didn't help the situation either. Just don't get it. Like, it's annoying, but there was still one more train going. Like, we weren't stuck there until 5 in the morning. So we came at Silkeborg around 11:47, and we should have been there at 11:12 and catch the train at 11:18. So the next train was going at 1. Then it was a train bus 1:25, which I was not planning on going. I'm not going on a train bus anytime soon. That was enough for me. And otherwise you have to wait for 5:45 in the morning, which sucks, but couldn't do much about it other than taking cab home. So yeah, that was exciting turn-off event. So I got home a little over 1 and I was so tired. Even when I woke up, I was so tired that a few hours later I got back and took a nap. I was planning to go to the gym today, but after I returned the package, I was like, no, not today. So I just instead decided to walk home to get some sort of exercise. I was thinking about maybe going to the recycling bin with some old clothes, but it started to rain quite much, so maybe I'll do that another time. And then next week is gonna be so nice weather, so I'll get out more and run next week. This week wasn't the best running week. I didn't do enough, but I still have a month and 16 days until the half marathons, and my longest run so far have been 15, so I'm still on track. I'm still good, and I think next week I'm gonna try to get 16 and a half, maybe 17. No, let's say 17, because I think I was planning to do it maybe on Wednesday or right after work, because it's going to be 21 degrees, so it's gonna be quite warm and nice, and I don't have to have so many layers on, so I was thinking doing it after work, but let's see. And then we need next week, when we get paid again, I need to find the ingredients and make that soup myself. You can see some of the clips. If you get to the soup, like a small portion with a little dumpling, that's good. That was my favorite. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just chill for the rest of the Sunday, and I'll see you in the next vlog I'm starting tomorrow. Bye!